want to learn about any new topic right now, your best option is to ask the LLMs like ChatGPT, Perplexity, or Gemini. And all of that information is stored in individual chats on these platforms. But what if I tell you that there is a way that you can create customized notebooks of every single topic that you want to research and learn about, and create custom documents like FAQs, study guide, mind maps, and even an AI powered audio podcast? And all of this is possible right now with a completely free tool from Google, which is called the Notebook LM. Learning this tool will fundamentally change the way you research about any topic or the way you learn about anything in the world right now. And in this one, I'm going to tell you all about how to import your sources in Notebook LM, how to chat with them, how to create a briefing doc, a study guide, visual mind maps, and even AI powered podcasts. So, watch this video till the end. I'm pretty sure it's going to be of extreme value to you. So to start with, you will go to notebooklm.google.com, and this is the screen that you'll be presented with. The first default document is going to be the introduction to Notebook LM, which is a manual. Manuals are not for us. So let's jump right into it. To create your first notebook, you have to click on the Create New button, and you'll be presented with this screen. Now here you can upload any PDF, text, markdown, or anything at all that will act as a source for this particular notebook of yours. You could also have your Google Drive or Google Docs included in this source. You could also have a website, whatever website you wish to, and it will crawl the whole website and use it as a source. You can also use a YouTube video. That's very powerful. Like, it will import all the transcript from the YouTube URL, and it will use that document as a source for your research. And lastly, you can also have a text that you have copied from your notes or anywhere else to act as a source for your notebook. And this is the most recent update that Google LM has provided, which is called Discover Sources, which means if you don't have any source right now and if you want to start completely random things to research, this is going to be very handy. So we are going to come to this in a bit, but before that, let's try using this one, and I'm going to add only one resource for simplicity, and I'll tell you how you can do a lot of research with just a single source. And for this example, let's go to Veritasium's YouTube channel, which is one of my favorite ones out there for everything physics. And I love the videos that Derek makes. Shout out to him if he's watching this video. So let me see. Let's copy this one, which is where he's discussing the speed of light and how nobody has ever been able to measure the speed of light with utmost accuracy, and probably why it's not even possible. So I have copied the link. Let's go back to Notebook LM and let's include our YouTube video right here. And we'll click insert. And here it will just insert this video. So now it has included this video as a source, and immediately Notebook LM is able to give us a very nice summary of this whole video. It just took maybe 2 seconds for Google LM to and present us with this short summary. This is very powerful because otherwise it would have taken us maybe 30 minutes or 40 minutes of seeing the whole video. And this is the actual power of AI that you can use to become a lot better than what you really are right now. Google's LM screen would be divided into 3 sections. The left one would be sources, the middle one would be the chat, and the last one would be the studio. As you can see, on the left, you can have all the sources, and in the middle one, you can chat with those sources, and in the studio one, you can do a lot of interesting things with the data on the left. So let's see what we can do with the chat. Let me ask Google to summarize the whole video in 3 bullet points. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. Okay, this is great. And the best thing is, with every single statement it makes, it also gives us a reference point from where it has taken that sentence from. And this is very beneficial for us because sometimes when the LLM hallucinates, we have no idea where it has taken a certain information from. But from this, we can backtrack from where exactly Google LM has sourced every particular piece of information for us. For example, if we have to go with this one, we can click on it and it will take us to the exact place of where it has taken that information from in the source, right? So this is the exact transcription that Google has done for this video. And a more interesting part is if you go to the top section, which is called a source guide, here you can also have the key topics which Google has figured out that Derek has talked about in this particular video, right? So one way versus two way, this is the main topic of this particular video. And if I click on this, Google is going to discuss one way versus two way speed of light on the chat interface. And this is how Google LM fundamentally changes how you learn things or how you research things. Because you can have a single source and you can click on it and you can have the key topics nicely laid up to you on this section, a very nice summary on this section, and you can chat with every single thing using the chat window, right? So I hope the first two sections are completely clear to you so far. Now we come up to the next section, the studio one, which is where the real deal is. In here, you have something called as an audio overview. And this is completely mind-blowing. If I click generate, what this will do is it will create a podcast between two people who are discussing this video and all the findings, research, and everything mentioned inside this particular video in a very natural and hard to believe podcast style. Let's try that. But before that, we can customize this as well. Like we can focus on only one particular topic across this whole video or across all our sources, or we can niche it down to specific target audience. So we can do that later, but let's try by the default settings first. So let's click generate and it will take some time. We don't have to stick around. We don't have to wait for it. We can move on and we'll come back to when it is ready. Next up is these four things. So study guide, briefing docs, FAQs, and timeline. These are very, very powerful for our research. So if I press study guide, this is going to generate a completely mind-blowing study guide for me through whatever is mentioned in this video, right? So immediately it has created a study guide for me through this video. And look at this, like it has summarized the key concepts. It has also generated a short answer quiz with the answer key, and it has also given me the essay format questions. Like this document can tell me everything what I need to know about all of this research and probably create my own research and own document moving forward. Let's go back one step, and this is the study guide. Now let's go to what's the briefing doc. So if I click on briefing doc, this is what Google has made for us, right? So it has summarized everything and it has also given us main themes and important ideas. Like it has created sections of the things that are being talked about in this video, and it has created bullet points so that it's easier to understand and glance through everything that has been talked about in this video. It has also extracted the key quotes that are being used and also the conclusion. Like doing this in couple of seconds is amazing. Let's get back and let's go to FAQs. So if I click on FAQs, let's see what Google LM gives us back. Okay, so FAQ are the questions or the objections people might be having while reading or watching this particular kind of research or video, right? And Google has figured out all the possible objections or questions that you might have and presented all of them in this particular document. And this is really powerful because a lot of times when we do research or when we watch these kind of videos, a lot of questions remain unanswered. Get all the answers of all of those unanswered questions in this particular section. Last up is timeline. So if I click timeline, let's see what we have here. Okay, so in timeline, it has created the whole timeline of what happened in this video or this research and given us a breakdown of how things unfolded according to what time things were discovered. And this is very interesting and important when you're doing any kind of research, going back to history and figuring out exactly when things happened, at what stage of time, gives you a lot of context of how things unfolded in future. So this is also extremely useful for us. Okay, so we just made all these four default documents that Google had to offer us, but the things don't end here. We can also add our own note. So like maybe we are researching on some other platform for the same topic and we have some custom notes that we made through that, we can also include our custom nodes so that we don't have to depend solely on the LLM and its ability. We can combine what we have done manually with the power of AI and Google LM, which I think is extremely powerful, right? So we go back and we see that our audio overview is also ready. So let's have a listen what Google has come up in this one.
All right, so get this, okay? I was doing some reading about the speed of light, that fundamental constant, 299,792,458 meters per second.
The one that defines the meter itself,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Since 1983, a meter has been officially defined as the distance light travels in a vacuum in like fraction of a second, that crazy fraction.
1,299,792,458th of a second.
Yep.
It's baked right into the definition.
But here's the thing that really tripped me out. We're super confident about that number, that speed of light.
It's like one of the most precisely measured quantities in all of physics.
But it hit me. All those measurements, they're all based on the round trip,
Trip.
Yeah, like light going out, bouncing back. We time that whole thing. What we've never actually done, and this is where it gets wild, is measure the speed of light in just one direction.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. Yeah, that's
How amazing is this? So the whole concept that Derek talks about in this video is that we have assumed that the light takes the same time in both directions to come, and we have just measured both and divided by 2. What if the light takes much more time in going forward and less time in going back? There is no way to prove that, and there is no way to disprove that. And this podcast right there is discussing all of that in the most natural way I have experienced. So there's one more thing that is called interactive mode, which will enable me to also be included in this podcast live right now. And this is wild. Let me show you how. So let me click that button and let's play, and we can jump in anytime we want and interrupt the two hosts of our AI podcast. This is going to be wild. Wait for it.
a really interesting question. This particular video actually dives into a different aspect of light.
Yeah, we're looking at whether we've truly measured its speed in one direction.
The video doesn't really touch on the wave-particle duality of light. That's a great follow-up question.
Oh, yeah.
So has it answered the question that was it able to measure the light's speed in both directions?
Okay, so you're asking if the video concluded whether we can measure the speed of light.
And the short answer, based on the video's argument, is a bit surprising.
Yeah, it says we've definitely measured the round trip speed of light.
That's the light going out to a point and then coming back.
But when it comes to the speed of light in just one direction, the video makes a really interesting point.
Which is that, according to the video, no one has actually managed to do that definitively.
It's all been about that round trip, the two-way measurement.
Which got us thinking, right?
So you see, you can talk to the hosts and convert any research into an interactive audio interface. And if this doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what will. While you're doing that, you can also download this whole audio, or you can also share this audio overview with anyone, like the usual share you do with your Google Drives and Google Files online. All right. So coming back to the studio section of Google LM, remember all of these things that we did and created using these options? What we can do is we can go on any of these, let's say go on to this one, and there is a button which says convert to source. What this will do is this will convert this particular note to the source document on the left. So if I click here, it has included this document inside this source, and the power of this is if you have custom notes defined manually for you, you can convert all of those to sources and then chat and create more things through all these sources. So it can be a recursive research that you're doing, and you can combine multiple sources and notes and docs and briefing overviews and create all of them as sources and start afresh. So you can hone on, you can do more focused research this way on any single topic that you can think about. Okay, so this is all. I hope this is all clear. One thing that is remaining is this section called as mind map. And so far we have been only working with the audio and the text. Now mind map gives us the ability to work on this thing visually, which is again extremely powerful. So if I click on mind map, what it will do is it will generate a graphical mind map for this particular topic. So right here, we can check that it has So right here, we can see that it has given us a mind map of all the topics that were discussed on this video, and we can go into more detail on every single topic. And if I click on, let's say this one, it will move back to the chat and it will discuss this particular topic through these sources. I can see the possibilities of just going and diving super deep into any topic with just a couple of sources. I can create the whole chat. I can create the whole AI podcast. I can also be a guest in that podcast. I can create the study guide, briefing docs, FAQs, timelines, and I can use any of those created documents as a source. Okay, so let's take a step back and let's go to the home page and let's create a new uh, notebook. And I told you, this is where the fun begins. Like if you're completely blank and you have no idea and you just want to go deep into any random knowledge, you can click on discover sources and you just can tell Google that what are you interested in, and then it can pull up various different credible sources on that topic and then provide you a whole experience of Google LM and this whole infinite pool of knowledge that you can dive in, right? So let's say I want to uh, discover about something like way LM's work via transformer, why and why they hallucinate. Okay, so if I click submit, Google is going to find all the sources that are credible in this particular topic, which is amazing. Like we don't have to go to the Google search or any LLMs to find those topics or sources, and I just click import and immediately it will give me the summary of all the sources right here. It's going to come up right now. And like that, it has given us the particular reasons of the exact question that I asked it. And it has also made a funny headline for our notebook. So even that is something that we didn't have to do ourselves. And the answer is AI hallucinations, where large language models generate inaccurate and information, are the central focus of these sources. Several factors contribute to these errors, including limitation in training data, model architecture, and the probabilistic nature of language generation. So this is great. Like this is amazing. So let's chat with it for a while. Uh, what is the transformers model LLM are based on? Yeah, so this gives you all the information that you want to know about transformation models, tokenization and embedding, positional encoding, transformer blocks, or anything at all. And you can create all of these study guides, briefing docs, FAQs, and timelines using all of these sources. So you see, within a couple of seconds, you have the whole knowledge in front of you, and you can create anything out of that knowledge and learn very deep in any topic. This is mind blowing. Like, this is groundbreaking stuff for any research or anybody who's trying to learn about any single topic that exists right now. If you liked what you saw, please drop in your comments, give it a like, or maybe subscribe, because a lot more is planned for the future. And I'll see you in the next one.